drops back to pass this time, but he's going to tuck it. And whoa, he threw it out to Dalton Alexander. Hello everyone, welcome in today. This is LDJ11 Gaming. We're coming at you today from Illinois, where we're going to be taking on the Northern Illinois Huskies, and hopefully we can get a win today. As you can see, they haven't done very well within the MAC. They are 1-3. We're currently sitting at 3-1. Miami of Ohio just kicked our butt last week. After getting our butt kicked last week, how will the Bulls respond? How will Kent Williams and his players deal with the adversity of a complete beatdown within the MAC? We'll find out as Dylan Johannesson takes the return for 18 yards and gets hurt on the play. Not a good start. Justin Hill takes the carry right up the middle for 9 yards. What a great start on offense for the Bulls. After what happened last week, they need to establish their confidence. Justin Hill fights forward, gets 2 and a first down for the Bulls. Tyler Smith hands it off to Justin Hill. 3 straight carries to begin the game. He fights forward for a gain of 7. Coming out here on 2nd and 3, Tyler Smith completely misfires in the direction of Ryan Glad on first down here. 3rd and 3, Tyler Smith back to pass, and he is so inaccurate. You have to wonder, when does he finally just get put on the bench permanently? We'll see what this offense can do for the Huskies. Huskies come out, they're running speed option. Dunn gets hit and taken down after a gain of 5. Coming out here 4 wide on 2nd down. Actually, it's 5 wide. Pat Dunn checks it down. He has Tony wide open for a gain of 8 and a first down for the Huskies. This Huskies team hasn't been the most explosive on offense. However, their defense has been elite all season. So that's kind of their calling card. Their defense is ranked 17th nationally. First down, Huskies. A.J. Mason makes a 20-yard reception. Pat Dunn put that on the money. Coming out here, 1st and 10. Huskies again go 5 wide, and Pat Dunn pulls it down and runs. Gets hit in the backfield by J.R. Henry and Patrick Haynes. Pat Dunn's an athletic college quarterback where he's got a man wide open. He's got Clark, and Clark is gone. Touchdown. Brandon Clark. Huskies go up 6-0. As I was saying with Pat Dunn, he's got enough speed to run some read option and stuff in college, but if he goes pro, he's not going to be considered an elite athlete. And the kick's away. Huskies leading 7-0. Ryan Glad's back to return, filling in for the injured Dylan Johannesson. Coming out here on 1st and 10. The Bulls come out in 5 wide themselves. Let's see what they can do. Tyler Smith has a wide open man right down the middle, and Dontrell White, the freshman receiver. First down. Tyler Smith throws the bubble screen out to Ryan Glad, who only gets 2 on the play. Coming out here in pistol formation on 2nd and 8. Tyler Smith hands it off to Justin Hill, who gets hit and wrapped up for no gain. Bulls again come out in the pistol on 3rd and 8. Tyler Smith takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He's going to throw it out to Ryan Glad, who's wide open for a first down, Bulls, and a gain of 18 on it. 2nd and 9. The Bulls come out in pistol formation. Tyler Smith has a wide open Ryan Glad, and he just misses him. He has been so inaccurate. Coming out in shotgun on 3rd and 9. Back to pass is Tyler Smith, and he had a man that was mashing the button, but he couldn't check it down. Taken down for a sack on the play. A 50-yarder with the wind in your face seems like a bad idea. But the Bulls are going to try it. Let's see, do they have enough? They do not. It comes up short. No good. Man in motion here on 1st down. They hand it off to Sims, who's explosive. He's got elite speed out there. And he takes it for 19 yards and a Huskies first down. That is one way to get your explosive playmaker involved. Sims is by far their fastest player out here on the team as they hand it off to Timmons, who's their best player on offense, and he takes it for a 9-yard gain. Coming out here on 2nd and 1. Back to pass is Pat Dunn. He's going to check it down to Timmons out of the backfield. He runs over J.R. Henry for the first down. Pat Dunn started today 5 of 5 for the Huskies. This defense has struggled again to open another game as he's back to pass on 1st and 10. And he misses him, but he had his man open on that, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Pat Dunn and read option pulls it. He has green grass in front of him, and the block's made. Touchdown Huskies. They go up 13-0. The kick's away. Huskies up 14-0. Can the Bulls do anything here today on offense? Ryan Glad had an awful return on that. You have to wonder, what are the Bulls going to do today as they come out here on 1st and 10 with Tyler Smith under center. He drops back to pass. He has a man open across the middle. He finds White again for a first down. Tyler Smith today has either been on the money or way off. There's been no in between as Justin Hill takes the carry for 2 yards. Coming out in gun on 1st down. There's pressure immediately in his face, and Tyler Smith goes down, bringing up a 3rd and long. On 3rd and 17, the Bulls are back to pass. They got a man deep. Is Ryan Glad going to be able to? He underthrew him, but Ryan Glad still is able to come back and get the ball for a gain of 49 yards and a Bulls first down. That's probably the most important play of this game so far. Coming out here 1st and 10 in shotgun, Tyler Smith. A little bit of play action. He gets picked off by Boulding. He just undercut that route. That was a good play. It actually looks like he was just sitting in zone and he missed him. The throw wasn't also great. This is not looking like a good day for the Bulls. Huskies come out on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Timmons, who gets hit by Thomas Turner, who stops him for just a gain of 3. 2nd and 7, Pat Dunn back to pass. He had pressure in his face. He got it off to Mason for 7 yards and a Huskies first down. That was a great play by Pat Dunn. And here at the end of the 1, it's the Northern Illinois Huskies 14, Bulls 0. They're struggling again today. Let's see if they can come alive and bounce back after last week's embarrassing performance. First play of the 2nd quarter, Pat Dunn, play action. He's checking it down to Jones out here for a gain of 5. Huskies come out in 2nd and 5. It looks like Thomas Turner is going to come on a blitz. He gets picked up, though, and Adonis Jones makes another reception for 5. However, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. 3rd down here. Huskies back to pass. Looks like they're going to throw the screen. Can J.R. Henry wrap him up? He does, bringing up the 4th down. What a stop by this Bulls defense. 1st and 10. Bulls are still rolling with Tyler Smith. He's got a Keemon Williams for 15 yards and a first down. Coming out here on 2nd and 7, Tyler Smith hands it off to Justin Hill. Hill pushes forward for a gain of 7, setting up a 3rd and inches. What are the Bulls going to do here on 3rd down? Looks like they're going to throw a quick screen out to Keemon Williams, who's going to get enough for 4 yards and a first down for the Bulls. Brian Romney checks into the game for the first time for the Bulls here. Let's see what they're planning on doing. They're going to run read option, hand it off to Justin Hill, and that play was not going anywhere. They knew exactly what was happening on that. Looks like they're going to keep him out here on 2nd down as well. See what they can do here. Another read option. Romney pulls this one. He's got a gap. He's going to pick up 10 yards, setting up a 3rd and short. Will they give him another play? It certainly looks like he's staying out here on 3rd and 2. He drops back to pass this time, but he's going to tuck it. And whoa, he threw it out to Dalton Alexander. That's not what I expected to do. I was not trying to do that. That was supposed to be a run up the middle. Oh, man. That worked, though. That's a first down. Ryan Romney again, running read option. He pulls this one. He gains 10 yards again, setting up a 2nd and inches for this Bulls offense. First down, Brian Romney. Read option again. He pulls it. He has blockers, but not enough apparently. 5 yards, but another first down for the Bulls. Brian Romney remains in the game on this drive. He's back to pass. He's got Ryan Glad open. He hits him and he fumbles it. That's a turnover again. Every time this Bulls offense gets something going, a turnover happens. You could argue that was incomplete. Did he have possession for long enough to make that a hit? Certainly looks like it. He turned around with the ball. Oh, no. That's not what this Bulls team needed. This is devastating. Huskies coming out here. 1st and 10. After that turnover, what can they do? They're going to roll Pat Dunn out to the right. He's going to tuck it. Looks like he's going to run, and they're just going to watch him. What are they doing on defense? First down, Huskies. Looks like they're coming out in Wildcat here on first down. They're going to send Jones in motion. Timmons pulls it anyway. Timmons has got a gap. He's wide open. He is gone. It looks like nobody's going to catch him. That's a touchdown for the Huskies. Lonnie Timmons goes for 6. Kicks away. Now the Bulls are down 21. Do they have any answer at all in them today? Ryan Glad takes it for 22 yards on the return. Brian Romney remains in the game. Are the Bulls going to make this change permanently? Justin Hill fights forward for a gain of 8, setting the Bulls up with a short 2nd down play. 2nd and 2, Brian Romney hits the quick screen out to Ryan Glad, who fights forward and fumbles it again. Are you kidding me? That is 2 straight drives ending in fumbles by Ryan Glad. How can you be your star playmaker and just turn the ball over? He might have been down, but he's got to hold on to that ball. Let's see what the booth says. I think he was probably down after getting a second look at that play. His knee's down, and then it comes out once the arm goes to the ground, I think. Bulls should get that one back, but Ryan Glad really needs to do a better job of holding on to that ball. Luckily, after that review, the Bulls offense can stay on the field and keep the ball as he hands it off to Justin Hill for just a short gain of 2 on the play. Ryan Romney comes back in 2nd and 8. He drops back to pass. He's going to take it and run. Looks like he's going to follow his guys. And that should be a late hit on the sideline. I don't care what you say. Honestly, this Bulls team's been struggling running the ball today. Any other game of the year, they've been able to run the ball fairly decently, but not today. As Brian Romney has Keemon Williams down the seam for a big first down, setting the Bulls up just outside of the red zone. Actually, just inside of the red zone where they mark it at. Even better, at the 19-yard line. Brian Romney's provided a spark for this Bulls offense as Sonny Godfrey takes the carry and loses 1 on the play. This half's running out, and it looks like the Bulls are going to let the clock run down a little bit here. They don't want to score too quick and leave any time for Northern Illinois. So this is probably the best decision they could make. Their run game's been struggling, but it looks like Romney's going to provide a spark in that regard for them. 3rd and 3 here. Bulls need a first down. They really need a touchdown on this drive, so they better get this first down. Romney back to pass. He's got his man, Dalton Alexander, who drifts backwards and loses the first down. Come on, man. And they're going to take the points as they should. They just need to get some positive momentum. They actually have more yards than Northern Illinois in this game. But turnovers are killing them once again. This has been sloppy for the Bulls. Nothing's really gone their way, and Kent Williams needs to clean it up. As we head into halftime with the score 21-3, the Bulls really need a strong second half, and they need to figure out how to keep the ball in their hands when they're on offense. As we take a look at some stats here for Buffalo, Tyler Smith actually wasn't that bad in starting this game out. He is 8 of 12 for 132 yards. However, he did throw another interception. He's not the most mobile guy on the field. So the Bulls just felt being down and needing a spark to bring in that Brian Romney needed to come in. And Coach Kent Williams, we'll see if he sticks with him in the second half. But you got to wonder if the Tyler Smith era in Buffalo's over, because this just hasn't gone well. Justin Hill, that's a weird one. Justin Hill has 10 carries for 38 yards. He hasn't been explosive today. They've pretty much held him in check. However, Brian Romney coming in has really provided that spark on the ground. 4 carries, 39 yards, averaging almost 10 yards a carry. You can see Tyler Smith and Sonny Godfrey's stats. Receiving, Ryan Glad's actually been pretty good, minus the fumble and the near second fumble. But he has 4 catches for 79 yards. Keemon Williams has 3 for 50 after catching that long 31-yard pass. That really helped set up these points. Dontrell White has actually made a few plays today. Like I said, he's a freshman receiver. He's 2 for 43. That's big. He's not particularly great, but defensively, there's really not a whole lot to show off. TFL for J.R. Henry, no sacks, no interceptions. It's a quiet half. And here we are, booting it away to begin the second half, as Brown sends it down to Bamis, who's going to see what he can do. He has a big gap up the middle, but Troutman's luckily able to get a hit on him, and somebody else comes over and finishes it up. 1st and 10, 5 wide for the Huskies, as Dunn steps back, runs a little QB power play action, and he finds Tony wide open, who beat Seth Weischer across the field. It was just man coverage, and he beat him. He outran him. 1st down, Huskies. This Bulls team needs an infusion of speed on both offense and defense. They need an infusion of talent as well. I mean, we can't understate how bad the talent is as Mason comes in motion. And they're going to run again, perfectly defended by the Bulls. Look at that. You couldn't play that any better. Nice way to step up by our top corner out there and Jeremiah Ingram. 2nd and 12 here. Pat Dunn comes out, hands it off on the delay to Timmons, who's hit in the backfield. Nothing was working on that play. Great play by this Bulls defense. Can this Bulls defense keep the Huskies in check on 3rd and 11? Pat Dunn's back to pass. He has a man deep, wide open down the middle. Mason walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Looks like the Bulls are going to stick with Brian Romney to open the second half. He's back to pass, and he hits Dalton Alexander. First 9 yards, setting up a short 2nd down play for the Bulls. Coming out here in 2nd and short. Brian Romney hands it off to Justin Hill, who cuts it to the outside. He has enough for the 1st down. Coming out here on 1st and 10, Brian Romney running play action. He's got a man open. He hits Singleton, who's going to stiff arm a man and fight forward for 23 yards and a Bulls 1st down. That seems to be something that Brian Romney does a pretty good job of, as he's going to throw it quick out to Hopkins, who's wrapped up for a loss of 2 on the play. Coming out here on 2nd and 2, Brian Romney. He has a man open again. He has Alexander for another Bulls 1st down and a gain of 18. That's an 8 for 8 start for Brian Romney today. 94 yards through the air. He hasn't made a mistake yet. 1st and 10 here. Brian Romney hands it off to Justin Hill on the read option for 10 yards and a Bulls 1st down and goal. Let's see what the Bulls can do. They're trying to end their scoreless streak as Brian Romney made the wrong read there. He should have handed that one off. Justin Hill would have walked into the end zone had Brian Romney handed that ball off. But bad reads happen. That's part of an option offense here. As he's on the move out to the left, he's going to dive into the end zone. He doesn't get in, they say. They'll probably mark him down at the 1, setting up a 3rd and goal. They mark him down at the half-yard line. Even closer. Let's see what they do. Read option. Sonny Godfrey's going to get hit in the backfield and wrapped up for a 2-yard loss. The Bulls elect not to just take their points. They look like they're going to come out and try to get 6 on the board here, as they need it desperately to get back in this game. Brian Romney into the end zone. 6 Bulls. With that, The Bulls have cut the lead down to 18. Let's see if this defense can get a stop on this drive as Timmons takes the return. And there's a lot of green grass there. Luckily, Kailani takes him down and prevents the return. Dunn hands it off to Timmons on first down as Turner comes up and wraps him up for just a 3-yard gain. I don't know why our defender ran by him on that play. That's a little wonky to me. Justin Dunn, play action. He's going to hit Mason, who breaks the first tackle of Jeremiah Ingram. Thomas Turner wraps him up, but not before the first down. Seth Weischer's starting this play up near the line of scrimmage as they come out in 2 tight end. Dunn pulls it on the read option. J.R. Henry speeds over there and wraps him up after just a gain of 7. But that's a big first down play for the Huskies. Looks like Thomas Turner's walking down. They're going to throw a quick screen out to Sims, who gets wrapped up. That play's blown up for a 7-yard loss. Great play by Thomas Turner out there. He is able to wrap him up and get him down. First down here, Dunn back to pass. Or on third down here, sorry. And he throws it down to Sims. 2 yards. That's a stop for the Bulls. Can this offense get them back in the game now? Coming out here on 1st and 10 after the touchback. The Bulls continue with Brian Romney, who pulls it on the read option for 5 yards. Brian Romney may not be the best passer on this team, but his running skills have really come in handy for the Bulls as he misfires to Keemon Williams out there. Bulls come out here in gun on 3rd down. Out to Justin Hill, who just barely makes them guys miss and gets the first down and a gain of 13 yards. The threat of a running game has worked for the Bulls as it's opened up this offense as Keemon Williams takes the screen for 8 yards. Coming out here on 3rd and 1, they're trying to get the snap off before the end of the quarter, and they do. Brian Romney also gets just enough for the first down after being tripped up on that play. At the end of 3, the score is 28-10 Northern Illinois. Is there any way the Bulls can get back into this game? It hinges on this current drive. Let's see what they can do in the 4th quarter. Romney back to pass on first down. He's going to throw it deep to Ryan Glad. That was weird. 2nd and 10, Brian Romney back to pass. He's going to tuck it. He couldn't get it to his man. He had him wide open. R1 was wide open. Brian Romney, play action here on 3rd and 10. He probably should have hit Ryan Glad on that as he had him open, but he does find him later in the play for a first down. That was great by both Ryan Glad and Brian Romney. He should have had him right here, as you can see, but he still gets him late, headed to the sideline. We'll take it. First down, Bulls. Romney takes a snap, rolls to the right. He has his man Justice Hopkins wide open, who stays in bounds and gains 19 yards on the play. 1st and 10, playing with a little tempo. Brian Romney hits Justice Hopkins across the middle as he gets wrapped up around the shoulder pads, down at about the 1, maybe 2-yard line, and he looked like he got hurt at the end of that play. We'll have to see if he's okay. First down and a pistol goal line formation. Justin Hill cannot break that tackle. He gains 1, but we needed to get in the end zone on the first play. Going deep on depth chart, Powell comes in motion. As Romney pulls it, walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. They're back in this game. And why not? Let's go out and let's try to get to 2 right now. If they can get 2, this makes it a 10-point game. If not, they know they need 2 touchdowns. Let's see what they can do here. Brian Romney, he can't get the pass away, and there was nobody open on it. That's a 12-point lead for the Huskies, so the Bulls know they need 2 touchdowns as Brown kicks it down to Bamis. They need to get some stops on defense. Let's see what they can do. That's a fantastic return by Richard Bamis of 32 yards. 28-16. Can the Bulls get a stop with 6.5 quarters left? As Pat Dunn pulls it down with a lead blocker. He's running down the middle of the field for 24 yards. This Bulls defense really needs to step up Guys like J.R. Henry need to get in position to make these plays. As Dunn pulls it down on the QB power, and that is a great play by Patrick Haynes to blow him up for no gain. Looks like they're going to come out and send a guy in motion. They're going to hand it off to Clark, but that is blown up by Hunt. Hunt blows him up. What a play. 3rd and 9. This is a huge play for this Bulls defense. As Dunn's back to pass, he's going to throw it deep. He looks like he's well covered. That's incomplete. Nice pass deflection by Dotson, setting up a 4th and 9. Coming out on 1st and 10 after that touchback. The Bulls really need to get 6 on this drive. Let's see what they can do as Brian Romney's going to scramble out of the pocket this time, and he just slides down. He might have been able to keep going, but I think he's seen that corner, and he kind of panicked a little bit as they're going no huddle. Brian Romney's trying to get to the line of scrimmage. They need to save as much time as possible. He's going to hit it to Singleton. The blue-faced man, Marquez Singleton. Oh, man. Nice play. A gain of 6. That threw me off. Singleton's out here rocking the blue face. 2nd and 4. Romney back to pass. He's scrambling to the right. He's going to get the 1st down, and he's going to step out of bounds for a gain of 13. This offense has been working and clicking on all cylinders since Brian Romney took over at quarterback, as he throws the quick halfback screen out the hill, and Justin Hill's running down the sideline. 30 yards on the play. That is huge as the Bulls continue to fight their way back into this game. Another no-huddle play to save as much time as possible. Brian Romney back to pass. He's going to have a man on the 2nd level. That's Singleton. 1st and goal, Bulls. Marquez Singleton's been clutch. 1st and goal, Brian Romney back to pass. He fumbles it. Thankfully, that's recovered by the offense. He got hit hard on that play. That was a big loss and a bad decision by Brian Romney. Sonny Godfrey's going to take the carry, and he's only going to gain a yard. He is not dynamic at all at running back. 3rd and goal here for the Bulls. Brian Romney back to pass. He's moving. He gets the pass away and gets hit. That's 4th and goal, and Brian Romney goes down on the play. The most crucial play of the game, and we just lost Brian Romney. That brings Tyler Smith back out onto the field. What can he do to try to save this game as he throws it up and the pass is broken up? That might be the ball game. Huskies take over. The Bulls need a quick stop. They cannot afford to give up any 1st downs as Dunn's scrambling in the backfield, taken down for a sack. That is a great play. That is what we needed from Devon Hollier. We need to keep this pressure ramped up. As you can see, the Huskies have only ran 32 plays of offense. However, everything went their way in that 1st half, and they were able to get a big lead. As they hand it off to Timmons and they get stuffed, Bulls use a timeout there. 3rd and 12 here. Pat Dunn running read option. Can they get to him before the marker? And it looks like they do. 4th and inches. What a stop by this Bulls defense. What a tackle by Thomas Turner. The punt's away. What can Ryan Glad do? He misses the ball. He better just let it bounce. That was a terrible play by Ryan Glad. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, Brian Romney broke ribs. His season's probably over. So, what can Tyler Smith do to try to answer and win this ball game for the Bulls? Ryan Glad takes the reception for 15 yards. They have to get moving quick. They're running to the line of scrimmage. Tyler Smith takes the snap. He's going down the seam to Justin Hill, who drops it when he gets hit. That would have been a huge play. Back to pass on 2nd and 10. Tyler Smith's throwing it up to Keemon Williams one-on-one, and it's intercepted. That's your ball game. Oh, he's breaking tackles here. He's not going down easy. That is 3 turnovers on the day. 1 fumble by Ryan Glad and 2 interceptions by Tyler Smith. He's been a turnover machine when he's on the field. I know this one, he was desperate, but you can't have that. And that's what Coach Kent Williams is telling him right now. You got to knock that crap off. Pat Dunn hands it off to Timmons, who has a big gap up the middle. Timeout. Bulls use their last timeout. Let's see if there's a miracle left for them at all today. Hands it off to Timmons, who's wrapped up by Hunt. Only 1 yard, but they're going to just bleed the clock now. Turner's going to walk down towards the line of scrimmage, anticipating a run. As they snap it with 2 seconds left on the clock, Patrick Farnock makes the tackle. This is probably the last play of the game regardless, so it's going to be close. But there's not enough time for the Bulls to complete a comeback because they're going to throw the screen out to Timmons, and he gets wrapped up 4th and 3. But as you can see, that's going to end the game. And that's your ball game. The Bulls drop another one. They got off to a terrible start. They had a hangover from last week's beatdown, I think. And it was just ugly. Brian Romney came in and provided a huge spark just to get hurt at the end of the game. And we lost him for probably the rest of the season. This is going to be a tough season for the Bulls, as you can see. They dropped a 4-4 on the year. Let's hope they can get the bowl eligibility as they face some better teams down the stretch in the MAC. Let's look at some player stats. Brian Romney was phenomenal before going down. He was 16 of 20 for 214 yards. That was just a beautiful performance in the air, not even counting his ground stuff. Don't know what happened there with Hunt. That shouldn't have went to him. Tyler Smith, once again, just struggled. He's not the answer. You got to wonder, is he even going to be the starter? How happy is he? He's been benched multiple times now lately. Is he ruined confidence-wise? I don't know. Running the ball wasn't great today for Justin Hill, but Brian Romney was able to come in, and he added 81 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. That was a great day by him. Sonny Godfrey has no explosiveness. He feels like you're running with a brick. Ryan Glad caught 6 balls for 110 yards. Dalton Alexander had 5 for 33, which might be his highest yards total on the season. Kevon Williams took 4 for 58. Justice Hopkins took 3 for 33 before being knocked out of the game. Marquez Singleton took 3 for 41 after coming in for Hopkins. Justin Hill took 2 for 43, but he had that huge drop down the seam that, it basically confirmed the Bulls' loss. Dontrell White took 2 for 43. He had a good first half. Kailani didn't have a catch. Turner had 6 tackles. Tackles for loss went to Hollier, Turner, Ingram, and J.R. Henry. Sacks, Devon Hollier had that huge sack to try to keep us in the game. No INTs. Now, looking at the Northern Illinois Huskies stats, Pat Dunn went 16 of 18 for 164 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's way too efficient. We got to find a way on defense to disrupt the quarterback. Running the ball, Lonnie Timmons was phenomenal. 9 for 103 and a touchdown. Pat Dunn added 9 for 93 and a touchdown. Blaine Sims took 1 for 19. They were explosive in the running game. They didn't do a whole lot on offense because their defense played so well in the first half and shut the Bulls down. The 2 turnovers, they didn't need to drive the length of the field and put up points. So it was a tough day again for the Bulls. A.J. Mason took 5 for 80 and a touchdown. Other than that, they were pretty much held in check. Defensively, Greg Kelly had 7 tackles. Bo Johnson and Nicole Thompson also each had 7 tackles. 5 for Michael Freeman and Hausa Tate, who's a freshman back there at safety, so there's a chance we'll see him again someday. 2 tackles for loss for Alex Eichard, their D-tackle. He had that huge hit on Brian Romney, I believe it was, that rocked him down near the goal line. Joseph Johnson had 2 tackles for a loss, 1 for Austin Thomas, Kenny Potts, Chris Lagray, Matt Scipio, and Tyler Pruitt. Sacks went to Chris Largway, Eckerd, and Austin Thomas. Interceptions went to Bo Johnson and Matt Bolding, who's also a freshman at 75 overall. So we're going to probably see him again someday. and the forced fumbles went to Bolding and Eckerd. And after that game, there was a skirmish in the locker room between Tyler Smith and a few of his receivers. They were not happy with each other. Tyler Smith was yelling and shoving Ryan Glad and Keemon Williams, telling them that they needed to do more. And Coach Kent Williams stepped in and he broke the fight up. And now Tyler Smith went on Twitter and posted a rant about how much he couldn't stand playing for Kent Williams and how the Bulls would have been better off if they hadn't went out and gotten a high school coach. So now you have to wonder, is this the end of his era with the Bulls as well? So are they going to be down 2 quarterbacks for this season? We'll have to find out. But as they head next week to take on Eastern Michigan, who once again is a better team than the Bulls. They score more, they allow less yards, their differential's better. Um, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It's definitely going to be a tough game. The Bulls have not been very good. We'll see. Can they finally turn this season around again and get back on track after being blown out for essentially 6 straight quarters? We'll have to find out next week. Lee Corso's going with Eastern Michigan. I don't blame him after what the Bulls have done the last few weeks and the fight in the locker room and all that. So this is LDJ11 Gaming. I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.
And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it.